Hello and good morning to everyone. This is Devasis Mohanty welcoming you all to our number system discussion. So in this topic we will basically do the discussion of how we can do the multiplication of one irrational number with another irrational number, how to do the addition of one irrational number with another irrational number, and also how we have to do the subtraction of one irrational number from the another irrational number. So it means basically we will do the discussion of the addition, subtraction, multiplication of one of the irrational number with another irrational number. And remember, may that irrational number having a single term, otherwise may that irrational number having double term. You know very well that irrational number means a single non-perfect square number. You can say that one also. Otherwise, combination of the rational number and irrational number, also we can consider it as the irrational number, and also we can consider it as the irrational number whenever we are getting the square root of the two non-perfect square number. They are sum, otherwise they are difference. Okay, so first question, once again I am reminding, whenever the question it was given that we have to add the two like term, it means the situation it is 2x plus 3x. Whenever it was said that 2x plus 3x, how to add? So here it is one of the term, it is 2x, another one it is 3x. Both the two terms having the same literal factor, that one it is x, for which both the terms we can call it as the like term. And always it was said to you, like term we can add by adding their coefficient, and literal factor it will remain same. So for which 2 plus 3 whole into x, which is equal to 5x. The same thing it will happen whenever one of the term it is irrational number, it is given 2 root 2, another one it is given it as the 3 root 2, and here both the term we can call it as the like term, because both the term having the same irrational factor. So first irrational factor it is root 2, and second irrational factor it is root 2. As both the factor it is both the term having the same irrational factor, also we can add them in the same way. So their coefficient is 2 plus 3 we have to add, and root 2 means is the same irrational factor, it will remain same, which will be 5 root 2. Okay, and you know that 2x plus 3y, 2x and 3y, whenever anyone will say to you, you just have to add 2x and 3y, and you know very well, first term having x and second term having y, 100% both the terms are not the like term, otherwise we can call both the terms are unlike term. It means we cannot add one term with the second term, it means it will remain in the same way. So 2x plus 3y, it is also same as 2x plus 3y. Okay, the same thing it will happen whenever we are getting the different irrational factor. See, one of the question it is given that 2 root 2 plus 3 root 3. See, 2 root 2 it is one term, and 3 root 3 it is another term. Whenever you are getting the two terms just like this, and first term having root 2 and second term having root 3, it means both the terms having the different irrational factor, so for which we cannot add both of them just like our previous sum, so for which it will remain in the same form. So its sum it will be 2 root 2 plus 3 root 3, it will remain just like this. So previously we have already done the discussion of the how we can add the two single term, but now we will do the discussion of the double term. Whenever a binomial it is given and another binomial it is given, 2x plus 5y it is one of the binomial, and another binomial it is 6x plus 8y, it is another binomial, and it is asked that you have to add both of them. So the trick is, first you just have to open the bracket, then after you have to just search which one it is the like term, you have to keep them separately. The same thing it will happen whenever 2x plus 5y it is given just like this, 2x plus 5y plus 6x plus 8y. First you have to open the bracket, after opening the bracket you have to search for the like term. 2x it is like with 6x, and 5y it is like with 8y, for which we just have to keep them togetherly and separated from each of the like groups. Thereafter 2x plus 6y it is equal to 8x, and 5x plus 8y it is equal to 13y. The same thing it will happen whenever instead of 2x plus 5y, there it is 2 root 2 and 5 root 3 is there. So 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3, whenever you are adding with 6 root 2 plus 8 root 3, first you have to open the bracket, and whenever you will open the bracket, it becomes 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 plus 6 root 2 plus 8 root 3. Then after you just have to search for the like term. So here it is root 2, there it is 6 root 2. So the 2 root 2 and 6 root 2, you just have to keep them togetherly and also keep them separate. And 5 root 3 and 8 root 3, you just have to keep them together or also keep them within the bracket. So in the next step, so it becomes 8 root 2 and 13 root 3. Just like we have done the addition, also we can do the same whenever we are getting the subtraction. One question it is given that 2x plus 5y and minus 6x plus 8y. First you have to open the bracket, 2x plus 5y minus 6x minus 8y. Then after like term, you just have to keep them together. Like terms are 2x minus 6y bracket, then after plus sign always I said, then after 5y minus 8y. Then 2 minus 4 equal to minus 4y and 5 minus 8 equal to minus 3y. The same thing it will happen whenever we will do the subtraction of the irrational number. And irrational number, here it is the combination of the 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 and minus 6 root 2 plus 8 root 3. On opening the bracket, it becomes 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 and minus 6 root 2 minus 8 root 3. Keep them together the like terms, 2 root 2 minus 6 root 2 plus and 5 root 3 minus 8 root 3. So first both the difference of the two like terms, so for which their difference it is equal to minus 4 root 2. Why it is minus 4? Because the coefficient of the first term 2 and the coefficient of the first term is 2 and the coefficient of the second term it is minus 6. So 2 minus 6 it is equal to minus 4, and also the second one it is also same, minus 3 root 3. So these all were about our addition of the irrational number with the irrational number and subtraction of the irrational number with the irrational number. Now we will do the discussion of the multiplication of the irrational number with another irrational number. First, once again I am reminding, whenever 2x into 3y it was given and it was said that you have to do the multiplication, there we did the multiplication of their numeral, also multiplication of the literal, otherwise variables. So 2x into 3y, so 2 I multiplied with 3, numeral, otherwise coefficient multiplied, then after literal x into y, so for which it becomes 6xy. In the same way, whenever we are getting the question of 2 root 2, we just have to multiply with 3 root 3. Here 2 must be multiplied with 3 and root 2 must be multiplied with root 3, which is equal to 6 root 6. Here root 2 and root 3 can be multiplied, but root 2 and root 3 cannot be added. You just have to remember, root 2, root 3 are unlike, it cannot be added. It will remain same, but multiplication it can be done. Okay. And another number I am showing, binomial with the binomial, 2x plus 3y, it is to be multiplied with the 4x plus 6y. In this case, see, the binomial it is to be multiplied with the binomial. The trick is, first term of the binomial it is to be multiplied with the total binomial, plus second term of the first binomial it is to be multiplied with the second binomial. And whenever 2x it is multiplied with the 4x plus 6y, multiplication is distributed over addition formula it is to be applied, so which is becomes 8x square and 12xy. Whenever 3 multiplied with 4x and 6y, it becomes 12xy plus 18y square. So in the next step it becomes 6x square, 12xy, another 12xy, which becomes 24xy plus 18y square. The same thing it will happen whenever we are getting a irrational number having 2 terms and another irrational number having also 2 terms. So here it is 2 root 2 plus 3 root 3. It is to be multiplied with 4 root 2 and 6 root 3. So in the same way, 2 root 2 it is multiplied with the 4 root 2 plus 6 root 3, and 3 root 3 must be multiplied with the 4 root 2 plus 6 root 3. And first term multiplication, it becomes 4 to 8 root 2 2, which is equal to 16. Then next one it is our 6 to 12 root 6, and 3 root 3 multiplied with the 4 root 2, it becomes 12 root 6, and 3 root 3 multiplied with the 6 root 3, it becomes 6 3 is 18 root 3 root 3 3, 18 into 3 equal to 54. So 54 plus 16 equal to 70, 12 root 6 and 12 root 6 both are the like term for which their coefficient sum it is equal to 24 root 6. Okay, the result it will remain same because 70 it is the rational number and 24 root 6 it is the irrational number. Okay, and the same thing it will happen. Have you remember the the algebraic identity? Few of the algebraic identity we have already done the discussion. A plus b whole square, a minus b whole square equal to how much? A plus b whole into a minus b equal to how much? X plus a whole into x plus b, it is also how much. The same thing it will happen whenever instead of a plus b whole into a minus b, suppose it is given that a plus root over of b whole into a minus root over of b. Here you can see in both the case first term same, also second term same, and in the first expression one it is between them plus, but there it is minus it is given. So for which the previous formula, the same formula it is to be applied. First here the formula it will be a square means first term square minus last term square. So first term square means a square, but the second term means root over of a b square, which is equal to b. So here the formula it will be a square minus b. And whenever you are getting root a plus root b whole into root a minus root b, here both the terms are equal to one another, but the sign it is different between them. Here first term square equal to root a square equal to root a, and root b square equal to root b. So the result it will be root a minus root b. And whenever instead of you are getting a plus b whole square, you are taking it as the root a plus root b whole square. So here the formula it is root a square equal to a plus root b square equal to b plus 2ab means 2 root over of a into root over of b. Also you can write it as the 2 root over of ab. Okay, I hope all these things it must be remembered by you. Okay, so now we will do the exercise 1.5 question number 2. So question number 2, first it is given that 3 plus root 3 whole into 2 plus root 2. Here you can see that first one it is one of the irrational number which is formed by the combination of the rational number and irrational number, and second factor it is also combination of the rational number with the irrational number. Here you cannot find the first term of the first factor and the first term of the second factor are not same, and second term of the first factor and second term of the second factor also are not equal. So for which direct formula, binomial and binomial multiplication, direct formula. So it means first term of the binomial it must be multiplied with the total second binomial, and second term of the binomial it is also totally multiplied with the second binomial. So 3 it must be multiplied with 2 plus root 2, also root 3 also multiplied with 2 plus root 2. So directly multiplication should be distributed over addition in both the terms. So 3 into 2 equal to 6 plus 3 root 2, 3 here it is 3 root 2 plus root 3 into 2 equal to 2 root 3 plus root 3 into root 2 equal to root over of 6. And here it is the final answer. We just have to stop at here. One will ask that whether any of the next step can be done. Next solve, it cannot be done because all are the unlike terms. Okay. And double I question it is given there 3 plus root 3 whole into 3 minus root 3. It is exactly in the format of a plus root b whole into a minus root b. The formula it is a square minus root b square, which is equal to a square means 3 square is equal to 9, and b square means second term square means root 3 square, which is equal to 3. So 9 minus 3 is equal to 6. Okay, and then question it is given that root 5 plus root 2 square, root 2 whole square. Listen, recently we have done that the root a plus root b whole square, which is equal to a plus b plus 2 root over of ab. Directly you can do, otherwise once again you just have to do it from the starting. A square means root 5 square equal to 5, root 2 square equal to 2, then after 2 a means root 5 into root 2, which is equal to 5 plus 2 equal to 7, then after 2 whole into root 5 into root 2, which is equal to 2 root over of 10. The next one it is given that root 5 minus root 2 and root 5 plus root 2. See, in both the factor, the first term same with the first term of the another factor, second term it is same as the second term of the another factor, but here it is in between, here it is the plus sign, there it is minus sign. It means a plus b whole into a minus b format it is there, and whose formula equal to a square minus b square, and here it is root 5 minus root 2 whole into root 5 plus root 2. It may be first may be root 5 plus root 2, then after root 5 minus root 2, otherwise first may be root 5 minus root 2, then one it is our root 5 plus root 2, both of them having the same meaning. So for which the formula is first term square, it means root 5 square minus root 2 square, which is equal to root 5 square equal to 5 and root 2 square equal to 2, which is equal to 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. Okay, and now we will do the discussion of the question number 3. Actually everyone knows that the pi it is an irrational number, but in the contradiction method one is saying that pi we can write it in the form of a c by d. Why it is c by d? Because the formula it is 2 pi r, circumference means 2 pi r, d means 2 r. Whenever both will cancel, it becomes also same as the pi. So one is saying that so pi can be written in the form of a c by d, and you are already said that p by q form means it is our rational form, but here it is whenever one is said that you just have to measure the circumference and the diameter by using the measurement tape, otherwise by using the scale, always you will get the approximate rational number. So upper one it is approximate rational number, below one it is also the approximate rational number, but to be a rational number upper one must be the integer and below one must be the integer. But here upper one we are getting the approximate rational number, below one it is also approximate rational number. So for which pi it is our irrational number. Okay, hope the question number 2 and question number 3 are very easy. Now we will do the discussion of the next question. Last question of this exercise, it is given that how to find out the square root of the 9.1. Actually previously we know, we have the knowledge to find out the square root of any of the natural number, just like root over of 2, root over of 3, root over of 4, root over of 5, all these things we are known to us. But here we have to find out, we have to extend our discussion from the natural number to our real number. So whenever the question it will be given that you have to find out the square root of any of the decimal number, how we have to find out. Okay, so the format it is same, here it is given that 9.1 square root, but whenever any of the other number 1.2 square root, otherwise 1.3 square root, all these formats are same, but now you just have to see the one, then of the rest of the remaining work you can do it as this work we are doing. Okay. Whenever it is given that the 9.3 root over it is given, always by your scale, always you have to draw a line segment whose length it is 9.3 unit. 9.3 unit. Okay, suppose it is 9.3 square root of 9.3 centimeter it is given, also you have to draw it as the 9.3 centimeter. It is unit means also we are drawing the unit. Okay, so 9.3 unit having the line segment AB you have to draw. Then after AB line segment you just have to extend up to C such that BC length it will be 1 unit. So it means how much square root it is given, that much length you have to draw first, and also you have to add extra 1 unit to it. Extra 1 unit, it is understood or not understood? Then after total length it will be how much, AC it will be how much. Now you have to find out the midpoint of the AC. How to find out the midpoint of the AC? By the construction also you can draw the perpendicular bisector. Where the perpendicular bisector bisect that point, it is our O. Take the O as the center, then after AO it as the radius, draw a semicircle where starting point it is A, one extreme point it is A and another extreme point it is our C. Okay, then at the point of a B, otherwise the extreme right side end of the 9.3 unit, last point, there you have to draw the perpendicular, draw at B, which one intersect the semicircle at the point D. At the point D, actually BD it is our 9.3 square root. Actually BD it is our 9.3 square root. Okay, but here it is given that 9.3 square root you have to draw on the number line. So for which BD I have to copy the BD and take B as the center. Otherwise we can call B as the center, BD it as the radius. We have to draw an arc which intersect the extended AC at a point, the name of that point it is our E. Now BE length it is same as the BD length, so we know that the BD it is equal to 9.3 square root. So now we have already drawn the BE on the number line whose length it is same as the BD, so for which we can say that BD and BE is same, and on the number line BE length it is our square root of 9.3. Understood or not understood? I think which questions, and 100% this question it is coming compulsory, and when the question it will come compulsory, instead of 9.3 7.8 it is given. First you have to draw 7.8, then after extend by 1 unit, then after draw the perpendicular bisector, middle point choose, then after semicircle you have to draw where it is the B point. There you have to draw the perpendicular, and the perpendicular length where it intersects the semicircle, that length it is called as our root over of 7.8, and that length you have to draw on the number line. Okay, I hope all these things you understood well. Okay, you just have to do all these questions in your CW copy. Anywhere any problem, once again also you feel free to contact me. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.